Hey, thank you for stopping by. I hope all has been well. I know it's been a long time since I've been on here. I have been busy. I know you guys have too. But thank you for stopping in. Hope you're having a good weekend. So, we left off where Alex had gotten together with Lynn and they went out and had a real good time. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to pick up from there. So, she had just driven home in the wee hours of the morning to try to get ready for work, and he's going to try to get ready for work. So, he walked her to her car, and off she went. So, he says, I did want to stay in bed, but I got up and threw on a pair of shorts, and he had walked her out to the car. So then after that, he came back, got in bed, and went right back to sleep. So 6:39, the phone rang. It was Lynn, and letting him know that she had made it home. Then being up late last night, everything seemed to be moving in slow motion today, he says. Thursday came and my supervisor had gotten on my nerves. He tried to write me up on some bull crap. I wasn't having it because I knew I hadn't done anything wrong. The more I defended my actions, the madder it made this bastard. If he was going to write me up, then I was writing him up. On my lunch break, I got a notepad and a pen to begin writing. I was in deep concentration, so I wouldn't leave out any important details of what had happened today or the previous other time he had gotten on my back. I guess my supervisor figured I was serious about writing him up and came to the table I was sitting at to talk to me. He said he'd had a rough morning and didn't mean to take it out on me. I accepted his apology, and when he left, I continued writing because I had a feeling this wasn't going to be the last time he'd be acting like an ass. My motto is, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Several days pass. Here we are at the end of the work week, thank God. So I'm feeling lighthearted and happy because first of all, I can sleep late tomorrow morning. I just finished following the logs of medications given to the patients by the nurses. I was just about to take my morning break when this crazy-ass supervisor came and asked me, in a nasty manner, to mop the floor in the break area. First, that wasn't part of my job description. Secondly, he asked me in the wrong way, in the wrong tone of voice. So I told him I was getting ready to take my break, but also wanted to know why maintenance couldn't get the floor. He said to me, I asked you to mop the floor, not maintenance. I said to him, no, I cannot mop the floor. We have maintenance people right here on the floor at our need. Just buzz for one of them. Usually there's someone close by. Then I added, I don't appreciate the tone of voice you use either. It wasn't just me that had run-ins with this asshole. There were 5 other people complaining about him to our manager, although nothing much seemed to be being done about this. He didn't say anything else about mopping no damn floor. He went about his business and I took my break. Believe me, I made a note of this conversation for future reference. You know how you know something else will come up? Well, I knew there was going to be more from this ass. I survived through the rest of the day, being pleasant and looking forward to 3:30 quitting time. A few guys and I from work were going to go stop by happy hour after work. I didn't have any plans for afterwards except to relax and put my feet up. After I punched out on the time clock, yeah, back in the day, before there were computers to log in and out of, we used time clocks. That thing on the wall, you just stick your card in, tink. It was kind of fun standing around the time clock back in the day. But anyway, after I punched out on the time clock, we all got in our cars and headed to happy hour. Getting off at 3:30 is earlier than most other folks, so we got the first dibs on the free food they had put out at the bar. I fixed me a little plate and sat at the bar to order my drink. We were shooting the breeze and laughing. I hadn't been to happy hour in probably at least a few weeks. Heck, this was only my third time coming with the guys. We got to talking about our supervisor and how this dude was trying to see how much he could get away with, talking to people any old kind of way. Anybody that knew me knew I didn't play that. Don't just talk to me any old kind of way. I let a person know, back it up, and try it again the right way. After close to 3 hours here, I figured I should go by my parents' place for a while. So I headed on over that way. They were all doing fine. My little sister had just walked in the door from playing basketball. She liked the game, but I think she first got into it because my brother and myself played. I remember I had a football uniform under the bed when I was in high school. We didn't have practice that day. When I came home, I knew it had been tampered with. Yep, it was her. She was playing with the uniform. So then I knew somewhere in the future she'd take to liking football too. Anyway, I didn't stay long, basically just passing through on my way home. I couldn't wait to get a shower and lay across the bed to watch the game tonight with a nice cold beer and some pickled pig's feet. Now, pickled pig's feet. Y'all probably never heard of this, but back in the day at the corner store, the bodegas or whatever, we had an Italian lady who had a store right up the street from us. So we called it the Italian lady store. And she had these great big jars of pickled pig feet. She had another jar of pickled eggs, which I didn't care for, never wanted to try. And then she had a jar of pickled sausages, which were also really good. But I have seen the small jars of pickled pig feet like in ShopRite in the grocery store, but they are nothing at all like they used to be. The ones in the grocery stores now are just mushy and salty. But anyway, getting back to and some pickled pig feet. Oh man, that was going to be on the money for me tonight. Next week, JoJo would be here. Yesterday, I had put in my request for a few days off. He was coming in on Friday. I figured I'd work that day and take off the following Monday and Tuesday and the following Friday. I was really looking forward to seeing him. I had been thinking about my son and wanted to see him, but wasn't sure if I should. I don't know why I hesitated at this. For some reason, I felt it was better to let him be without me. If anything were wrong, I'd hear about it from his mom. As I laid across the bed, it was eating at me. So I picked up the telephone and called little man to hear his voice. He was doing fine. He was so happy to talk to me. After hearing his little voice, I was able to relax. He didn't sound like a little baby anymore. I was just getting tiny little pieces of his life every now and then, but missing the whole act of him growing up. One thing I did know, I wanted him to get an education. It didn't mean just a high school education. So far, nobody in our family had gone to college. And an education would make his life so much easier, I thought. Anyway, I started dozing off at this point. I couldn't tell you what was on the screen. Next thing I know, it was 2:30 in the morning when I woke up. Just enough time to turn the TV off and roll over for part 2 of sleeping. Sometime during the night, that supervisor ran across my mind, something telling me to be alert. I awoke all refreshed next morning, figured I'd go do my laundry. While I was there washing clothes, I thought to myself, I need to play some basketball. My brother's active even with his hectic schedule and bad knee. He walks, he plays ball, he swims. Okay, it was on. I'd be at the court this afternoon. So then Marie gets started with, well, if my ex-husband would get his act together and stop chasing women, I'd get back with him, I was thinking this day. Well, I think I would. At one point, I enjoyed dating, but this shit was getting tired. By the end of the day, I was back to my old self, thinking I might never remarry. I pretty much did enjoy my life, not having to cater to a husband. It's easier taking care of and cater to a child than to a grown man. And we'll stop there. So it is my niece's birthday weekend. Her birthday was yesterday. So we started celebrating yesterday. But today we're going out to her birthday dinner. And we're trying to time that around the snow and ice that's supposed to start here. But we will have a good time. I hope you guys have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Take time to smell the roses. And thank you again. Leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Click submit or please share the video. I would really greatly appreciate it. And again, thanks for stopping by. Love and peace to you.